fairly easy. Good words, right? Yes, Jason.
Well, I noticed that you chose a hymn this morning and this hymn this evening that both mention that we love because He first loved us.
There you go, and that's your favorite verse, isn't
It's my favorite verse, and it is one of the most encouraging things that people ever read.
it? It is. It is good to know that before we ever loved our God, He first loved us. Let's take a moment and worship God with the giving of our tithes and offerings. If we have a couple ushers, come forward. Well, let's take a moment and go to Nehemiah chapter 8, excuse me, as we continue to make our way through the book. And Nehemiah chapter 8, to me, is the centerpiece of the book. I know it's not the center of the book in terms of content, but it is, I think, the center of the book. There's a great big build-up, I think, to this moment that we're going to read about this evening in Nehemiah chapter 8. And we'll start down there, beginning in verse 1, and we'll read 8 verses. And the Bible says this: "And all the people gathered as one man into the square before the water gate, and they told Ezra the scribe to bring the book of the law of Moses that the Lord had commanded Israel. So Ezra the priest, brought the law before the assembly, both men and women, and all who could understand what they heard, and on the first day of the 7th month. And he read from it facing the square before the water gate from early morning until midday, in the presence of the men and the women and those who could understand. And the ears of all the people were attentive to the book of the law. And Ezra the scribe stood on a wooden platform that they had made for the purpose. And beside him stood Mattithiah, Shema, Ananiah, Uriah, Hilkiah, and Maaseiah on his right hand, and Pedaiah, Mishael, Malchijah, Hashem, Hashbaddanah, Zechariah, and Meshullam on his left hand." And that's a pulpit and a half. Wouldn't you like to see that, puppy? That's a big wooden pulpit that 14 people were able to stand around. I like a big pulpit. I'm just going to tell you, a lot of churches are getting rid of pulpits. Not me. I wish this one was about double the size that it is. And Ezra opened the book in the sight of all the people, for he was above all